Alright, welcome to Artclstudios. We are live, and today we will be working on a children's book. This is a commissioned children's book that I've been working on for a little bit, and today I'll be just sharing a little bit of my work as we go about the work. Alright, let me just make sure that everything's working correctly. Let's switch. Okay, and yeah, the stream is a little earlier than usual because I do want to share some of this stuff, and it also makes me work a little bit better when I have uh, viewers, or when I'm recording, or when I'm putting these on the internet. So just bear with me for a second as I am making sure that everything is working correctly. Okay. There we go. All right. So this is pretty much. All right. This is pretty much like a 6-page. 6-page book. There we go. So some corrections were asked. So on this live, I will be talking a little less. I will still talk. I'll still share. Another thing is that if you guys want to support the book's still on Indiegogo. So you guys are welcome to help raise some funds for the book and learn a little bit more about the book. Let me just add this update here. Support. And let's see if I can. Yeah. Okay, so there's no timer. Usually when I stream at night, I have a timer and I'm just getting everything done. But right now, it's mainly just working and talking. Close this. Okay. Welcome, Joe. So tonight, by the way, I will be streaming, and the stream tonight will be a 3D model. I'll be working on Jiren. Thank you for the follow. All right. So I have to add. This is the first time that I'm ever working on a commission live. So bear with me as I do have to focus. But it's getting easier every time. But the most important part is that I am putting myself out there, having fun, and sharing my work process. Just something that can I ask the I asked the writer of the book if I can share this, and she said, yeah. So here we are. Let me see if I can book link, Indiegogo link. Or learn more. Learn more. Learn more. Okay. Do the same here. Can we do the same on this stream? Let's see if I'm able to share a link on TikTok. One second as I'm doing the final touches for the stream. And let's zoom in a bit more. Let's see, can we see my hand? Yep. Okay. So this is, so I usually work the reference on the side and slide this camera a little bit. Nope. The lighting over here. Okay. All right. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll get to it in a little bit. Let me just see how can I use this. It's funny. So my one of my OCs, he has a straw hat. So I'm just gonna add my OC in this in the book and see if it gets approved. some music over here. Let me know if it's too loud. Check, check, check. All right, that's much better. If you want to see full screen or see my face, head over to YouTube. I'm pretty much streaming there with Facecam. Let me turn off this clock. There we go. Also, if you want more information about the book, head on over to YouTube. The link is in the description, or the link is in the description and in the chat. Okay. In the description and in the chat, just so that you guys can learn more about the book. It's a story pretty much about a mother reuniting with her daughter. So yeah. Turn off this background. I've never streamed on Facebook, and I think it'll be interesting one day to stream on Facebook, especially like around this time. Yeah, the reference is AI. This is what the client sent me. Yeah, it's so easy to recognize AI nowadays, right? But you know, I'm proud of her for choosing AI for reference, but choosing an artist to work on the book, you know, that's pretty cool. So we have to. That's a good point. You know, you brought up AI, and I think AI. It's at the end of the day, it's a tool, and we have to use it in an appropriate way, right? Like when the computer took over to work on it, to create digital work and stuff, you know, I know the painters were hating it, you know, but they still painters still got paid to create commission work. So, you know, we have to understand that these things are tools, and at the end of the day, they're not going anywhere right now, and it's just starting, you know. So it's good to know what's happening with it and use it at your own discretion, you know. But at the end of the day, it is wild to see how things can be made in a second, and people are gonna tinker with it. People are making lots of money with it. Unfortunately, a lot of us artists may have been affected by it, but I still think that if you put your best foot forward, the AI won't affect you too much, you know, because people are gonna use AI for something, but at the end of the day, they're gonna need artists or editors, even editors, an AI editor, to make it look better. So yeah, let me share this link. Yeah, so let's not be afraid of it. Be cautious with it. Like what's happening to Hayao Miyazaki, it's insane. You know, for it just people just took over the whole thing. Um, so that's a shame, you know. But we have to find a way. You know, there's some things that are inevitable. Amazon is a real thing, and brick and mortar store are also open, so we can coexist. It's just that there'll be a choice. You know, some people don't want to pay for something, others may be able to pay for something else. You know, and then hopefully one day there'll be a law, you know, that will give credit, sort of like music. When you play music, you get copywritten. It's just this isn't the beginning of it. I don't know if you remember LimeWire or when people were downloading stuff illegally, like illegal music. You know, the musicians were losing a lot of money. But then after a while, everything leveled out, and now if you played a song online, it once it's copywritten or whatever, you get strikes. So maybe one day it will turn like that. So anytime somebody uses AI for making artwork, your AI, let's say, they could pay you. So that'll be another way for artists to make money, and that'll be something interesting, right? Something cool. Yeah. So I always like to look at the positive thing. It sucks, but let's see what happens in the next coming years. But Kuzo, thank you for the likes or gift. That's you're the number one gift badge. Okay. Let's see. I just put up this. Do I need this? Let me see. Okay. I have a playlist of non-copyrighted music on the background. I know it's the same, like 15 songs. So if you've ever been on my live on YouTube, you'll see that the same songs repeat over and over again. And because I stream super late at night, I always mute it. I mean, it's always on headphones, so you wouldn't hear on TikTok. But today, it's a different mix. Hear my daughter in the background. Okay. Last night we streamed very late, but it was a really fun stream. It was a stream about drawing a character from Sandland, Beelzebub, a character made by Akira Toriyama. And I really like that character design. I think they did a lot of great things with it, and I hope that in the coming future, they make more characters like him, because I like way better the hair of that character. But I still haven't watched Sandland. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you've seen Sandland and what you think of it. On Monday, I'm gonna watch one of my subscribers play Sandland on YouTube, so I'm a little excited for that. Don't know much about the character, like I said. Just what I done some Googles and watched some videos on people explaining it. But yeah, it's gonna be a different thing when you watch a story being developed, right? Okay. But yeah, it's also good to train your eye to see what's AI and what is it. So Kozu, that's a good eye you got, man. Yeah, and I was debating whether I should stream because of the AI images, but I was like, you know what? I just gotta be honest, man. And sometimes we go through life pretending something, but I'm like, yeah, these are the references that that I have to use, and at the end of the day, they are what the client wants. Okay, we're back. Also, I encourage you to click around and learn about it, because, like I said, it may be inevitable, the use of it in the future. So get familiar with it, because this thing's here. Mauko, welcome, Maukao, Mokwa. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's draw this little girl over here. Stay Up Late Productions. Stay Up Late Productions. That is the real deal, man. I think when we're trying to succeed in life, I think one of the things that we have to do is stay up late, no matter what. Because in the daytime we have to do our jobs, and then at night it's when, at least for me, when I have fun. What's up message? Okay, song. It's like when social media came out and there were real photographers at one point that people would go to take photos with. I feel like those were some time-changing, like life-changing times, when our phones got cameras and all of a sudden we had the power to take photos. And even though at first the cameras weren't that good, but right now, man, cameras are insane. I have a Pixel 6 and I still think the quality of the photos are pretty good. And they dropped Pixel 9, I think. I can only imagine what that looks like. All right, let's see. This YouTube video. Okay. Okay, let me see. We should add a dress on this little girl. Okay. Yeah, at night usually I stream Dragon Ball Z content or Dragon Ball Z characters. That's what I pretty much enjoy doing. You're welcome to come in tonight and join me for another stream. Tonight I will be doing a 3D model. I will be doing what's his name? Jiren from Dragon Ball Z, and I'll be sculpting from the iPad. So I'll be using Nomad Sculpt. If you're into 3D model or you want to learn about sculpting, come through tonight, maybe around Central Time, maybe around 10 Central Time, 10, 11 Central Time. Or just subscribe or follow, and then once I go live, you get notified. Yo, I love your work, bro. Hey, thank you, Epic. How you doing, bro? Good to see you. I finally do a stream early in the afternoon because all my streams have been like midnight Central Time or later. 11, 12 around there, so I finally get to do a stream in the daytime and see what this feels like. I feel like an imposter. Like it's not really me streaming, but this is what I want to get used to it. How you been? How are things in Costa Rica, man? Let's fix this foot. Glad to see you're getting some work, some fun work. Yeah, man. I'm working on a couple of things right now. A book. I'm working on a book cover, and it's been fun, man. It's been fun to see how I learned to balance everything. Kids are growing big. Oh, very nice. Happy birthday to your son. I saw his birthday was a little bit ago, maybe like last month or so. He looks so big. And man, he did the air glide thing. That's wild. He turned 4, I think, right? Or 5. That's pretty wild. Whitney Lynn Day, welcome to the stream. I think Amira saw the pictures and she was like, "Oh my God, that's wild." And then I was like, "Oh man!" And by himself too, like just with the instructor, not with you on it. I was like, "Wow, you're definitely raising some bold children, man. I commend you for that. That's awesome." Okay. Let's bring back the splash. Maybe make her a little bit bigger. Super Mushroom. Hey, welcome to the stream. All right, so this page is almost ready to get inked. Let's make these children a little bigger. All right, and this one we gotta turn this off. Keep that focus, brother. Miss you, bro. Let's catch up. Gotta. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's do a call. Let me know what day works for you. I've pretty much been working in the mornings, and then afternoon I do more commission work because I'm also doing handyman jobs out here, getting my body moving, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what day works for you, and let's have a call. Send me a message. Okay. All right. Take care, bro. Easy days. Welcome to the stream. Drink a little bit more. Just give me 1 second. Oh, that's fine. Okay. This will work. Trying to see if I can go live on Instagram too. Just to maximize. Okay. It's just a line. And let's see one last time. Alright, not able to do the Instagram thing. Alright, no problem. Alright, so where were we before I got distracted with trying to connect these things? So page 1. And all right, so let me add some color here to separate all this stuff. Let's see how it goes. This is the background. So right now I'm just gonna do like a rough painting. Just like a back layer, just to have everything just like separated. Where's that image? Here we go. Wait a minute, did I choose another background? Oh yeah, this one. Hey Nathan, welcome. Let's zoom out, make this bigger. Actually, let's see. So right now, it's all about speed. Oops. All right. So once I have the basic sketch done, then I focus on, let's see, that's the biggest it goes. Let me see this one. Okay, this is a good brush just to cover everything. Now I just gotta go through the whole thing and start separating layers, background from let's see. Boom. Horate, welcome. All right. So right now, again, we're just doing something like basic painting. And I'm not a big fan of drawing backgrounds, but you know, this is the thing, when you're doing commissions, it pushes you to get better. To do things you don't normally do, getting out of the comfort zone. You know, so these are some of the benefits of just, you know, having a client tell you what they want, how do they want it, and that makes you get better. Alright, let's see. Let's create this tree. Thank you to those staying tuned in. Appreciate. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thad, AG, welcome. And the longest thing to do is to settle on the sketch. Once the sketch is done, now the fun begins. Like the hardest part is settling with the right sketch, with the right idea. Oh wait, this one is muted. And once that gets approved, then you just go to work. Again, tonight I will be streaming again. I'll be doing about a 2-hour stream tonight where I'll be focusing on Hey Amir. Welcome. So far so good, I have some time to play with my daughter. I watched some YouTube video to see like games that people play online. And that was pretty good. How about you? How was your day? We ended up playing a running game where you fill up a bucket full of water, and then you have to compete to see who fill up the cup faster. Pretty much could be a race between two or more people. And that was pretty fun. She was loving it. I'll post a video on my personal page. So I'm trying to do some vlogs with her, but it's a lot of work. Recording process of things. Let's get this song maybe a little bit too much. Alright, so I'm changing the playlist. I used to read a lot of books like this when I was growing up, just to see the drawings. Hope this book you're working on can inspire a lot of kids. Thank you, man. And I'm very proud of this lady who the author of the book. You can learn some more information there on the link. Feel free to take a look at that. In darkest times, sometimes we find the best stories. And she's going through some things. She shared personally on her social media, and this is a book sort of to create that connection again. Growing up, I did too read a lot of books. This is something that I bring this down. This is something that, as an artist, it's an honor. When you get chosen to be the art of a book that may live forever. It's an honor. So I'm very happy to be working on this book. It's a scary process for me. I usually just do a lot of illustrations, and this is one of the few children's book that I work on. To be honest, it's like my second one. So I'm excited and nervous, and happy to be working on this. Let's move. Can I move? Nope. Can't move. Alright. Another thing about children's book, it's that everything has to stay consistent. So when you make something on one page, you have to keep that look. So these past few months, I've been working on creating a style, and I feel like I'm almost there. And yeah, What were your favorite books growing up, Amir? Um, let's see. Let's do a watercolor. Watercolor. Let's see how this looks. And this is my time also to experiment with looks. I have a settled look, I guess, for my sketch, but for the overall look of the book, it's she gave me creative freedom, but at the end of the day, you know, it's up to her. Let's see if I can share. Let me know if the music is too loud, by the way, anyone who's listening. Oh, this is dying. I'm living in Iran, so most of the children's books are different from the West. I used to read Shahnameh. Okay. If you can find a picture of a link and then put it here on the link, I want to see what that book is. Now I'm curious. And no, yeah, I grew up in Dominican Republic, and there's a lot of differences, but at the end of the day, I think it's all about, you know, the vision of a kid. It's like odyssey. Ah, okay, but so much. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, thank you for sharing that, man. Appreciate that. I love, you know, traveling, and I love different cultures. So I'll look into it. Maybe one of these streams we can recreate one of your characters from different countries, and it'll be fun to see. By the way, feel free to join my Discord if you like art, things like that. This Thursday, we will be creating a stream focusing on OCs. Let me create another layer for. So we'll be swapping original characters where everyone will get to chime in, you know. So, and also if you don't have a character, you can just come up with one on the spot, and let's see what happens. Okay. All right. Let's move on to page number 3. The way I'm doing this is just like creating the separation, and then I'll see how much more cleaner I'll get these. Um, excuse me. Let me. What's up? Let's see. All right. Oh, maybe I could just share this on Facebook. By the way, let me know if the music is too loud. If this is your first time on my stream, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm just posting some stuff on the socials. I've been forgetting that you can do all these extra stuff. Let's see, can I add to a story? No. And one last thing. All right. What books are you reading nowadays? You're reading. Or what shows are you watching? I'm not reading a lot. Yeah, neither am I. That's why I'm saying it. I'm like, let me see. My days consist of like watching YouTube videos and drawing every day. What are some of the fun things you do? Pray. But I'll read some books if you recommend some good ones. Me, I watch anime, play video games, reading history. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Oops. Let me see. A book that I'll recommend to read. Well, there's this one book that I always talk about every time books get brought up because it was like one of the few books that I really read and I really enjoyed. And I spoke in the recently about like the benefits of reading, you know, and I wish I would be more into reading again, but unfortunately, I don't take out time for reading. I have like a couple of books that I've been using. They're mainly just been using to hold like my monitor higher. Unfortunately. But one book to read is the Angel Experiment by, I think, James Patterson is the author. It's about children who become experiments of the government, I think, and they get turned into angels. And they're all like, it feels like, you know, kids that live in an orphanage and they just get picked up by this company. Sort of like, I don't know if you ever seen the anime Orphans. And which animes are you watching or video games or playing what video games? Dunia, welcome, welcome. Scarlett, welcome. Okay, let's do the sun. All right, let's move on. Can people see this? That's better. Alright, let's see this up. I watch anything that comes each season since I'm making videos about them here and there. Oh, cool, cool. I'm gonna check out your channel and subscribe because I need to grow my knowledge on anime. Last night I was working on Sandland. I don't know if you seen it. So I subscribed to your channel. I don't see any videos though. So if you have another channel, drop it on the link. Drop it on the comments, I mean. Alright, so okay, let me look it up. Yeah. I was just doing a job for somebody today, fixing someone's computer chair, and they said that they've been doing videos on Immortals, and I think, oh, okay, gotcha. All right. I think it's so good, man. Like when people are deciding to make informative videos about things, it's like, yes, we need more information to clarify doubts, to clarify, ideas. Us, yeah. I do watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z stuff. So if you're making content on Dragon Ball Z, I'll be admin to watch. But also, let me just get out. Let me skip this song, maybe a little bit too loud. Cool, cool, cool. Very nice. I'll put some of these on my to watch later. I already see that you have some really good editing skills, and I need to get better at editing, man. So Dragon Ball is something that I have to watch someday. Okay, cool. Did you watch Daima by any chance, or you haven't? Because I haven't, but I've attempted to watch like 3 episodes, and it's taken me forever. Excuse me. Thanks, man. I have to work more and upload better. You know, I always say this, right? Like, so that's the dilemma always. Like, is it good enough? Is it good enough? Should I upload it now? You know, there's always more you can do to something. But I'll say this: it's better to have something up than nothing, right? I just made a video on overthinking, and that's something that I am dealing with. You know, overthinking is like the killer of creativity. You know, it puts you in a frenzy zone. Like all you do is be paranoid. Like, is this good? Is this done? Even what I'm doing right now, like years back, I would be so like shy or embarrassed to share my work, and I'm doing it now, and I'm just like not thinking about it too much because so this helps me actually create more stuff. You know, I'm gonna do the job anyway, so I just asked permission to share the process with the client, and hopefully also help her raise some awareness about the book. And here I am. So yeah, no, you gotta keep working, man. You gotta keep uploading. But of course, also all that to say, you know what you like, you know what quality is good. Um, just don't get stuck thinking that you have to wait till it's perfect or the perfect moment for to call it done. So I didn't watch Daima. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Where am I? I didn't watch Daima because I wanted to watch. Oh, cool, cool. Good, good, good. I like your energy, man. That's really good. And then you have something to go off of because it'll be too wild, right, to catch up. I haven't watched the live action One Piece because I want to watch the whole thing before I watch the live action of One Piece. So I totally understand. I know that's going to be a harder challenge to accomplish, but yeah, I think it's cool that the principles of taking the opportunity to give yourself the opportunity to learn about something before you embark on midway. Hey, what's up? What's up, Face? Uh, oh, this is from last night. Oh, I see. Oh, wait. Oh, TikTok is acting very weird. Give me 1 second. Let me. Okay. Give me 1 second, Amir. Let me just reconfigure this thing. I have a tablet in front of me, and I'm trying to split screen. So I'm getting right back into it. One second. All right. Let's get some blue in here. Okay, I didn't watch quality over quantity is something I believe. Yep, that's That's true. I get that since One Piece live action actually reviews some things earlier. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like curious to see how they transfer certain things before I like some of the special effects. So yeah. Inoxy Honey Buns, welcome to the stream. Let's see, artistic, Old Beach. Do we have any watercolor? Watercolor, no watercolor. Psychedelic Ninja, welcome. Nice user, by the way. Amir, what are some of the video games that you've been playing? Alright, let's get. And by the way, right now I'm just creating a layer for the background. Working on a children's book, and I'm creating. Did the rough sketch now. I'm creating some sort of palette for the background. I love my GF. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the likes. So I'm creating the atmosphere pretty much for the whole thing. That way it's easier instead of focusing solely on one and get it done all the way. I like to work like this, just like adding little by little and filling it out. And then at the end, when I have something somewhat configured, then I'll focus and like clean it up a bit. And if like we have to change colors, I'll do that. But as of now, I'm just like laying down some paint, because there's nothing more scary than an empty canvas. Okay, old bench. And testing out brushes to see what it feels like. Because ultimately this is a children's book, right? So I want it to feel like a children's book. I do a lot of manga and anime inspired stuff. So this is the kind of stuff that I've been working on. Stuff like this, you know, this is what's fun for me. And this is the style that I go with. But because it's a children's book, I need to, you know, change it up a bit. Oh, this is, yep. The thing about being an artist, right? You gotta be a little versatile, especially when you're an independent or people have ideas of what they need, and then they find you, and yep, you have to come through. Okay, that's great. Let's see. Alright, so that brush is cool. Now let me try another brush. Let me see what this one feels like. I play FIFA 21. Or free to play. FIFA 21 mode right now. I know this game is 4 years old, but I have fun. SSJ 4 or something like that. Yeah, that's Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, I still haven't seen that episode yet, so I just did it because I seen it everywhere online, and I was like, let me take a crack at it. That's cool. Yeah, do you stream your gameplay or you mainly play for fun? I was streaming for a little bit gameplay, but it was taking a lot of attention and time from making art, so I decided to stop for a little bit. But soon I wish to be doing both, doing some art stream and some video game stream, because I'm saying like it won't hurt to share while while I have fun. Okay. Since I can't talk a lot when I'm playing games. Oh, I just play in my free time. Oh, okay. Candy Crow, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. I love my GI. That's why I don't stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean it's something like a skill, right? Like you develop it if you do it. I still suck at it. I still suck at streaming video games, but I'm like, let me see what happens. Um, I know like there's sometimes that you gotta react, overreact, and I also play late at night, so I can't be too loud. My daughter's sleeping. I don't want my wife coming here like, hey, turn that off, like a mom. And English is not my main language, so I'll be harder. Oh, okay, okay, I understand. But hey, do it in if you I think say you're in Iran. If you do it in Arabic, maybe you'll find some viewers as well. But no, I understand, totally understand. Yeah, I've been trying to get my brother to do streams, but it is difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm like, oh, might as well share where you work, but it's like performing. You're like a performer as you're streaming, so and it does take a lot of energy sometimes. All right, let's see how long have I been live. It's been an hour and 19. All right, so I think I'll be done in about 45 more minutes. Let me put an alarm. Okay, 6 p.m. About 15 more minutes of streaming. It's been pretty cool to stream in the daytime. See the sun still. I can still see the sun. What is the most challenging thing about making YouTube videos? When you say like you want quality over quantity, what are some of the things that will make you say, all right, this video is done, move on to the next thing? I Ghost Lynn 843, welcome to the live. All right, now the last page. By the way, check out the link on the video to check out the book and learn a little bit more about the author and about this project. She writes a lot of stories, and this is just one of the few that she's decided to publish. Houston. Oh, here we go. All right, let's open up a new layer. Bring it up. Oh yeah, this umbrella. Put it down. Denver, welcome to the live. If you know somebody that likes writing or creating stories, feel free to share this live stream with them. And yeah, let them know that there's an artist out here making children's book. I also do anime drawings. What I've been doing in my life recently, mainly at night, is creating a bunch of sketches. Every night I do about 3 to 6 sketches, and just to get faster at drawing, get more confident, and interact with people, you know, give some tips if I can, and have some fun. Have some fun while we're at it. Because I'm like, every night I'll be drawing, but nothing that I feel I can call complete. But now when I'm live, I have to be more focused and I have to deliver something complete. In the past, I would do streams and the drawings were a lot, it's like a bunch of doodles. But now I feel like I'm making things a little bit tighter, something that people could enjoy watching, and also with the time limit, so it's a little challenging. Like last night, I was doing Beelzebub from Sandland, and I didn't get to finish the second drawing on time. It's the first time in a while that I haven't finished a drawing on live. Hey V, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the likes. Appreciate it. Feel free to share this stream. Check out some of my work. If you're into art and would like to join a drawing party, on Thursday I'm doing a stream where we'll be streaming with other people. We'll be drawing together and, you know, talking, having fun. So check out my Discord for that. The link is on my YouTube channel. And yeah. All right, let's add some clouds. Chris Brooks, welcome. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. Appreciate it. Also, I'll be live again tonight, and I'll be doing some 3D modeling. I'll be modeling Jiren from Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super. So if you're into Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Daima, feel free to pass by tonight. Subscribe or follow the page just so that you're notified when I go live tonight. Yeah, so feel free to subscribe or follow just so that you're notified when I go live tonight. Oh, okay, I see this. The Oasis Discord. Let's see how this looks. TikTok is frozen. Yeah, if you're into sculpting, or you know someone who is, feel free to share this with them. Okay. Well, not this one per se, but for tonight's stream. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Eric, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video so that it is shared with more people. That's on YouTube or TikTok. Make sure you interact with the video. That way people will be notified or pushes the video for more people to see. I appreciate it. All right, we're back. Thank you for the follow, Manny and Miani. Welcome. All right, so working on a children's book again. Just doing some background layers of color just to get an atmosphere going. You know, sometimes you just gotta lay things on the page just so you get inspired. Huh? What? Oh, okay. Yeah, so we got 7 more minutes. Feel like this was pretty good. Again, tonight I'll be live again, but this night I will be streaming 3D modeling. So if you're into that, tune in, and I'll be modeling Jiren from Dragon Ball Z. Also on Thursday, I will be creating a drawing hangout where you can draw your OCs and other people could draw with you. Eric, welcome. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, so I did a video recently on YouTube talking about the features of Procreate. Procreate is a program on the iPad. Procreate is a program on the iPad that you can pretty much create from animation to books, 3D model paintings. You can create filters. So I just shared that on YouTube. And Saybird, welcome. Let me know if TikTok is glitchy or is slow for some reason. Don't know if it's just me or if it's happening to everyone who's watching. Let me know on the chat. Click a L if it's laggy, or if it's slow, or W if it's good. All right, let me know. Ooh. All right. All right, let's focus on this page. So I'll be streaming for another 5 more minutes. But again, I'll be coming back tonight later tonight. Let me clean this up a little bit. I always like when children's book have this little unfinished look to them. Oh, that's cool. So, oh, okay, so that's a page within a page. But let's see if the client likes it. Okay. All right, welcome to the stream. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, this is the rough. Then I'll get into drawing. So these are all the layers, as you can see. The background is separate. And then we have the people walking in the back. We have the 2 children jumping. We have the main character in the foreground, and then the little bit of foreground detail here. Let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna separate. Just do this real quick, just so I can have a sense of space. I'm gonna make it with orange, and just like something real quick to just separate the main character. Just create that, and boom. Oops. All right, and then we go to the next page. Same thing here. Close this up, and they're right above the background, but under the sketch layer. And I'm going with the lasso tool, just like one of the fastest way just to block out a shape or a color, something. And as you can see, pretty quick, pretty easy, and not a lot of time wasted. So right now, again, I'm creating separation, getting closer to something that it's easy to read, right? Because without the separation, it just looks like a mess. All right, so here we have the main character and her friend. Oh, this is page 4. Right above that. Oops. Okay. And what these are considered thumbnails. Or thumbnail sketches. They're perfect to share your vision with the client, share your idea, and have her see where you're thinking of placement and design and things like that. Then later on we'll get more into the details. But yeah. Okay. All right, 6 o'clock. I'm just gonna do this last block out. Just block out all the characters, and we'll call it a done deal. Dustin Doozy, welcome. Okay, we have the background. And we have characters here. Just gonna block them all out. This is our main character pointing out a spider web. We have the parents over here. Just gonna block them out as well. Super rough. Another way to just do a quick block out painting is just by coloring it once it's selected. Let's use a bigger brush. And there we have it. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that you could keep the selection there. Alright, on top of the background. And last but not least, the last page. So when you're making, and as you can see, all I've been doing is working on zoom out mode. Everything is pretty zoomed out. That way you don't get stuck in the details, and it speeds up the process of working. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a private message. Yeah. All right, and here we have the characters in the background with somewhat of with some progress, I'll say, because creating something like this could be overwhelming, especially if it's something new. But yeah, hot chip. This is a way to also share your work with the client and see how things are going, because sometimes we want to wait for things to be perfect to share, but it's important to share the progress with your client, because let's say you spent 5 hours in getting something this finished, and then she's like, oh no, I wanted her to be looking to the right, and the angle was different. So sharing little by little, it's a good way to, feel like you're progressing. They can give you feedback as you're making things, so that way you don't feel like you're wasting your time. And then before you know it, you're done. Little by little, you can climb a mountain, If you want some tips on Procreate, let me know. There's a video also on my YouTube channel on here we go, on some hidden tricks on how to use Procreate. Let me leave the kids on a separate layer as they are. Alright, I'm almost done. Once again, I'll be coming back later tonight for another stream, but tonight I'll be doing some 3D modeling. If you're into that, let me subscribe, follow, so that you get notified about those things. Alright, we got those in. Let's make them another color. So let's make them like light blue. Light purple. And then these kids over here, make them red. Okay, clear. Let's start with this kid since I can't see his arms too well. Oops. Yeah, so I know when you see an artist making art, is cool, but seeing the process, it's ugly, man. It's scary, and it's like nerve-wracking. But okay, so here we have somewhat of a story. All right, thank you so much for watching. Those who tuned in, thank you for the likes. Those who said hi. Next time, don't be shy. Write in the comment section. Write me a question or anything that you want to learn about this working process of how it is to be an artist. Yeah, thank you, Amir, on YouTube, for interacting with me, having some questions. Appreciate your time. All right, this has been Artclstudios. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. I mean, see you tonight. There we go. See you tonight.